Hi, welcome to Bleeding Purple and Gold podcast. Today, I'm going to be talking about Ray Rice, my NFL Week 2 picks, the Vikings versus Patriots, and Mike Zimmer versus Tom Brady, along with Thursday Night Football preview, and me saying that the NFC North is wide open. Today is 9/11, so here's a moment of silence for the fallen troops. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about Ray Rice today. And Ray Rice, I feel he should have just had the first punishment. And I think the NFL probably had the video before all this happened of him actually punching his wife. And Ray Rice should have had a season-long suspension. And the Ravens should not have released him at all. I feel like, just suspend him for a year and let him learn the hard way without getting paid for a whole year instead of him getting paid while being released. Now, I'm just going to do that quickly. I don't really want to talk that much about it. My NFL Week 2 picks, I have the Steelers over the Ravens, Dolphins over Bills, Jaguars over the Redskins, Titans over Cowboys, Cardinals beat the Giants. Giants are just a mess. I have the Vikings. Yes, the Vikings upsetting the New England Patriots. I have the Saints beating the Browns pretty easily. I have the Bengals crushing the Falcons. Lions beating the Panthers. I have the Buccaneers beating the Rams, which is going to be the battle of the two bad quarterbacks, McCown and whoever the Rams start. Davis, Hill, Keenum. Does not really matter who the Rams start. It's going to be a dumpster fire there in St. Louis. Seahawks are just going to blow out the Chargers. I mean, did anyone watch that preseason game? And I think my prediction is Russell Wilson will win MVP this season. And I think Percy Harvin is also going to be a candidate to watch out for. And I just don't think the Chargers have fast enough defense or good enough secondary to contain Percy Harvin, or their defense ain't good enough to contain Marshawn Lynch. The Texans will beat the Raiders. I mean, the Texans look nice destroying the Redskins, I would say. I mean, their offense is not very good, but their defense is elite, led by J.J. Watt. Unfortunately, they're not going to have Jadeveon today, or for the next 4 to 6 weeks with a MCL tear, I believe. Then there's the Packers. Packers beating the Jets. I just feel that Aaron Rodgers will be able to shred the Jets' secondary, which is pretty bad. I mean, yeah, they edged out Derek Carr, the rookie, and the Raiders, but that's not much to be bragging about. I mean, it wasn't a good win, but it was a necessary win for the Jets. But I feel that Aaron Rodgers is going to outperform Geno, and the Pack will get the win. And for Monday night, Monday night, Colts versus Eagles. I predict the Colts to win. The Eagles did not look good at all heading up against the Jaguars, but I feel that it's going to be a high-scoring matchup, and the Colts are going to edge them out. With the other matchups, I think the Broncos are going to beat Cincinnati. No, Kansas City. Sorry. They're facing the Chiefs. And then the 49ers are going to edge out Chicago, because I just believe in Colin Kaepernick. I have been high on the Chicago Bears, but not against the 49ers defense. At least not the one I saw against the Cowboys, which is one of the most powerful offenses in the NFL. Probably a top 5 offense with the Cowboys. Okay, now that's enough with my Week 2 picks. So now I'm going to talk more in depth about my favorite team, the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings against the New England Patriots at home in the bank. It's going to be must-watch football television. Tom Brady versus Mike Zimmer. Matt Castle versus his former team. It's going to be awesome. And I feel that Matt Castle is going to have something to prove. He's going to have a chip on his shoulder coming into this game, going up against his former quarterback former teammate, Tom Brady. And actually, Tom Brady has not done well against Mike Zimmer's defense. In 2003 against the Cowboys, which were led by Mike Zimmer, he went 15 of 34, 212 yards, 0 touchdowns, and they edged out the game 12-0. In 2010, he went 25 for 35 for 258 yards and a 3-0 touchdown ratio. And the Patriots won 38-24. But you also have to put into perspective that the Patriots had a defensive and a special teams touchdown. And in 2013, he went up against the Bengals again and went 18 of 38 for 197 yards and a 0-1 touchdown ratio. And I feel Adrian is going to have a monster game. If you have him on your fantasy team, start him. I mean, he is going to be a beast. I mean, I don't have that much faith in the run-stopping ability of the New England Patriots. I think they're good against the pass, but when it comes to facing off against this running game, Adrian's just going to have a monster day. I think 200 plus for him. Now, on the defensive side, they're going to have to face off against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, which I think, surprisingly, the Vikings have a decent secondary this year with pretty good depth. I mean, you have guys like Captain Munnerlyn, who I think is awesome. You guys, Xavier Rhodes, who is making strides in his second year. You have Josh Robinson, who actually had an interception somehow. I have no idea. And you also have some guys who have game experience from last year, like Sean Prater and, Marcus Sherrills, the super punt returner. And, my prediction is the Vikings are going to edge out in a pretty good, low-scoring affair. I think Adrian's going to run all over the defense, but I don't think it's going to result in too many points. I think it's going to be an interesting match for sure. And I think special teams is going to factor in a lot, so that's why I think the Vikings are going to win. Because you have Cordero Patterson, who was awesome last week, and Marcus Sherrills, the electric punt returner. So I think that's going to really be a nice edge for the Vikings. And I feel Mike Zimmer is going to have the defense ready to face off against the Patriots. Now, my next thing I want to talk about is it's Thursday today, so that means Thursday Night Football. You got Ravens and Steelers in AFC North battle. The Steelers just edged out the Browns last week on a last-second field goal. And I feel that the Steelers will win in a close battle. I think the Ravens are pretty good, but it's going to be a very distractive game for the Ravens with the Ray Rice stuff going on. I just don't think they're going to be ready. And I just don't have enough faith in Joe Flacco to be able to edge out a veteran in Ben Roethlisberger and get his guys ready for this game and moving on from the whole Ray Rice thing. So yeah, I'm excited for this weekend of football. Starts here tonight on Thursday night against Steelers versus Ravens. Then you got college football on Saturday. So go Gophers. And yeah, then we go to Sunday and we have Vikings Patriots, which will be awesome. And you also have some pretty quality matchups on the schedule. Matchups I'm excited for are the Lions versus Panthers, because you got the Lions electric offense. I'm excited to see how Matt Stafford does. And Calvin Johnson, he's now in the MVP discussion, and I really feel he deserves a shot at MVP. Because, I mean, he just carries the Lions on his back. I mean, I think he'll be able to do enough to win. And the Panthers, I think Kelvin Benjamin is going to be something special. Just from watching him last game. And I think they should just go with Derek Anderson this week because, I mean, why not? The Lions don't have the greatest secondary or defense. I mean, they got a great defensive line, but it could have potential to be high scoring as long as Cam Newton is healthy and this team's their offense is rolling like usual. But I do think the Lions will win just because, Cam might have a little bit of rust. You also have to factor in Megatron. And then, you go to Monday, Night Football, Colts, Eagles, Chip Kelly versus Andrew Luck. Just some great football on the schedule. And yeah, this is going to be a great year to be a Vikings fan. This is Bling Purple Golden Podcast, and so, see you later.